Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lantern Light Adventures. Tonight we are playing Appetite, a Monsterhearts 2 game. My name is Archangelic, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be the MC or Monster of Ceremonies tonight. So let's go around and introduce our players. We'll start with you, Chantel.
Hi, my name is Chantel. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Spencer Young, whose pronouns are she, her, and she is the ghost.
Elle.
Yes, we are going in alphabetical order, which is very exciting. So, hello everyone. I am Elle. I'm using they, them pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Sybil Lark, the witch playbook, who also uses they, them pronouns. It took me about 20 seconds to remember what Sybil's pronouns were.
Jaden.
Hey friends, I'm Siliqui Jaden. I'm kinda here. I use they them pronouns. You can find me most places online as Fat Sapphic Bro. I'll be playing the werewolf Luciano Machado, they them pronouns. Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There's a link to our link tree in the chat right now, or will be soon. You can click on it. It'll take you to all of our various social media pages, so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to keep up to date on everything we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. If you want to play with us or GM for us, fill out the TTRPG actual play interest form, which you can find linked in our link tree and in the chat. And once you fill out that form, I'll email you back with our TTRPG consent form, and then we can match you with games from there. Speaking of playing with us, we are currently casting for our next project. We will be playing a new modern magical fantasy game. We will collaboratively build the world together using, I'm sorry, did you say street magic? And then we will create characters and play using Monte Cook Games' Cypher system. If you're interested in playing with us, there's a link to the casting call in the chat and in our link tree. We're looking for 3 players. This game will likely run for about 12 sessions and will be played live on Twitch. Day and time will be determined by our players. Thanks for joining us today for our special interlude, Appetites, a Monsterhearts 2 actual play. This is a side project with our existing cast from an empty dream while one of our players is out for a bit. We love you, dozens. We hope you
Love you,
enjoy this little
dozen.
project that opens up our Girl by Moonlight world. As for where you can find us the rest of the week, on most Wednesdays, including tomorrow, from 2 to 5 p.m. PST, we stream The Old Stories, The Breathing Mountain, and that is our Old Gods of Appalachia actual play. As a warning, this is a horror-themed game, so please take care of yourselves as needed. On most Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, we stream Era of the Dragons, our D&D 5e actual play. We also record an audio cast after show. Man, that one's hard every week. For each of our games where we go over any necessary advancement steps and debrief from the game. You can listen to these for free on our Patreon at patreon.com/lanternlightadventures. All of these after shows will always be free, but we appreciate any contributions and support as it helps us continue to bring you awesome queer content. Just as a reminder, each month we take the last 7 days of the month off so that we can edit and prepare more content for y'all, as well as have a bit of a break to handle our day-to-day responsibilities. And finally, in support of a free Palestine, we will be financially supporting a family through the Pass the Hat project. More information for that will be shared once we are assigned our family. Until then, there is a donation link for Doctors Without Borders on our page that you can support in the meantime. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you so much for those announcements.
Gesundheit.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I muted.
No,
You're fine.
you're fine. All right. Well, with that, let us begin. It's another picturesque day in Santa Marta, and the various citizens of the city settle in to watch the newest episode of their favorite culinary monster drama, Appetites. The show appears on screen. Previously on Appetites, you see scenes play out showing Caroline Windsor, a bright and upcoming student at Le Cordon Rouge Culinary Academy, finding a strange artifact, a choker, and begins hypnotizing students and staff to cement her position as the best student and soon to be celebrity chef. You see various interactions between our main characters, various enemies, and all of it leads up to one final showdown with Caroline. The story moves on, questions left, but that issue is resolved. Theme music plays. We see our main characters in various poses, and its intense, grimdark graphics show a splash across the screen. So let's go ahead and introduce our characters in this opening sequence. we'll go the other way. Jaden, introduce your character.
All right, Luciana Machado is they them pronouns. I build all my characters to look similar to me because I like to have that fat representation in the world. So big person, kind of on the bigger side, a little bit tall, curly, dark hair, eyebrow piercings, earrings, spiked collar. And I think the scenes that you would, a couple of scenes that you would see for Luciano, you would see them fanged out with, the big scary fangs growling. And then in another scene, you would see them with like a really delicate, beautiful pastry.
Amazing. Elle, go ahead and introduce your character.
Sybil Lark is fairly short, kind of more broad-shouldered, mid-sized, lots of freckles, and even though they can't paint their nails like they used to, they have very intricate eye makeup that is always in some shade of green. They have dark red hair and hazel eyes that are the in-between point of green and gold. Their first little vignette is them posing with an open book, kind of nose buried. And their second is them with a hand outstretched to someone who looks dubious at best.
And this time I'll remember to unmute before I talk.
Woohoo!
We see Spencer Young, young adult, blonde hair, kind of mousy blonde, brown blonde, really piercing blue eyes. Always looks a little sad, always looks a little distant. I think scene one, you'd see kind of peeking in the background. You see Spencer, but you see that she then fades back into the wall. The other scene, you'd see Spencer stirring a pot of soup, just really kind of chill, mindful, kind of happy. You can see a little smile.
Amazing. The various NPCs and other like things, and the last shot is of course some dark figure against the dark background, obscured and unable to be seen. And the music ends. We get an establishing shot of the fairly modest overall looking Le Cordon Rouge school in beautiful Shorecrest, USA. And inside we see a classroom. Some are like, some folks have like their shelf lights already on, some are just, their coats are like over their chairs and something. As you're kind of in like early class for, to start your day, being explained what's going to happen. And we'll call so the chef, Mr. Bridges, the one who like kind of like oversees most of the program, is explaining to your year here that it's a big week for you. It's going to be the first time that you have basically like an exposition kitchen, like where like you all get to like put on, use your skills and like actually serve actual people. And for the first time your year, you're going to be doing this from start to finish. You are setting the menu, getting the ingredients, making everything, and serving it all alone. No assistance from the staff. So it's kind of a big week for you. And in doing so, he explains, he says, well, we have brought in someone really important to kind of give an outside perspective on the overall, and will be part of the grading process for you. And a tall man, holding himself almost like seemingly self-important, walks in, and it is renowned celebrity chef Alistair Hawthorne. So you see this man in here. You are all in this class. How do you react to seeing this man here? You can talk amongst yourselves. It's kind of a TV show, so talking in class is absolutely fine.
I think that Spencer looks cool, looks, unfazed. Just kind of not necessarily looking unimpressed, just looking like they don't really care.
Sybil looks like they care so much. Their whole face lights up. They like fully turn around, fully turn back around to where Luciano is and kind of like gestures excitedly.
Luciano is as like equally excited and is like kind of whispers to you, what if we get a handshake?
I think I would just die right then and there. Not that that would be a bad thing. You know, ghosts are cool.
Kind of raises an eyebrow over here. Arms crossed. I mean, who gives a fuck what some celebrity from somewhere else thinks? We just need to get the plan together. We just need to get our shit in gear. Doesn't really matter what they think. We just need to focus on doing the best we can do.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
think
maybe,
that.
but go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I like hearing what you have to say.
I mean, maybe, but you know, they can make or break a career after this.
That's what I was gonna say. You know, your whole future is dependent on one person. That's got to be pretty crazy.
But if I do my best and they don't like it, fuck them. I'll find another way to make my career without them. They're just one person. We are all incredibly talented, super fucking hot. We will figure it out. Come on, you're Sybil Lark, you're Luciano Machado.
And you're
We're
Spencer
going to make
Young.
this happen. Yes, I am. We are the we are the baddest bitches in here. We're gonna make it happen. Who gives a fuck what he thinks?
I guess I shouldn't expect Spencer Young to let anybody else decide her future.
Caroline, previous season's enemy, like pipes up and says, "What are you losers talking about?"
Oh, Caroline, hi. Did you want to be included in our conversation?
You're just talking, and he's trying to explain to us, and like just in the background, like he's just chatting away about something about like how many Michelin stars he has, and like
Oh, we've never had a problem with that. We always just know all the information we need to.
It's incredible what you can get with exposition if you just, find the right person.
Also, it's a little odd to talk in order to tell us to stop talking.
Yeah, is everything all right with you, Caroline? That's not quite as smart as you normally are.
I didn't ask you to stop talking. I asked what you were talking about.
It's none of your damn business.
Are you that lonely without your little clique? I'm very sorry about that.
Look, I just don't want you slacking off. This is a big night for me.
It's a big night for everybody.
Is it though?
Yes, I don't know what you're implying, but I don't like your tone.
You realize you're not the white hot center of the universe, right?
Well, we'll just see what Chef Hawthorne has to say about that.
We
Maybe
certainly
we
will.
should figure out where your little choker went off to. You don't seem like you got much without it. Honestly,
I'm sure
bless
she
your
has
heart.
so many skills that Chef Hawthorne would appreciate, even if it's not her cooking.
And it's about this point and that Chef Hawthorne actually like has like started slowly walking up to and he says, I assume you don't need to know what you need to do today at the end of the week, huh?
I'm
That's
so
a
sorry.
very odd assumption to make.
We were
Well,
trying to pay attention, and Caroline just couldn't keep her mouth shut. I'm so sorry.
It's a common trait of hers.
I'm gonna have Chantel do the first roll. I'm gonna have you shut someone down because you're shutting down Caroline here. Like, so when you shut someone down, roll with cold.
Ooh, so that was a 10 on the dice plus 2 for
Ooh.
12.
Okay. All right. On 10 up, you choose for one from below. So on the move set, there are some options for you. You can choose one of them.
I think I'm gonna gain a string on Caroline.
Excellent. An excellent choice. He says, well, you seem bright, but it is important that you listen to your executive chef. And he turns to Caroline, who like is now like embarrassed that like she was found talking and like she's running expo for the kitchen on the night. So she says, and he says, well, he kind of like then starts to address the class. He says, I look forward to enjoying what you prepare and seeing how you act under pressure. And the rest of the class is just starstruck seeing this man. Mr. Bridges will say, okay, you all have your assignments and you all have know what you need to be working on and preparing for. Please let me know if you have any questions or any trouble. And we will, Mr. Hawthorne here, Chef Hawthorne, sorry, we'll see you at the end of the week.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
All right, so what do you all do?
So we don't know what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's kind of, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have an idea of what like your character kind of specializes in.
Yeah.
What kind of things they want to do, and we don't have to be super specific. This is kind of just, you know. But yeah, what are you doing right now? Who are you going to talk to? What are you going to try and prepare?
I think that Spencer would try to get kind of everybody coordinated because she is going to be making soups and wants to make sure that we are, you know, trying to use ingredients in the most you know, resource. We're trying to make sure that we are conserving our resources, that we're using the parts of the food that we wouldn't be using otherwise. You know, let's organize this so we are all working in one team. I think trying to a little bit make sure that she is in control of the situation.
Sybil's dealing mostly with like the main meat dish, and so any sort of scraps or like bone stuff, marrow stuff that Spencer needs, I think, immediately goes over to her.
So what are we thinking for meats during the week that I could like make a soup with, make a stock with?
Well, I'm definitely going to do something with chicken. I'm thinking possibly spatchcocked, but maybe not. I don't know how fancy we want to get with this.
I mean, you can't go wrong when you split open a bird.
True. And I think we could do something with some potatoes, maybe, for a soup. We don't want to overload them with starches. Too much of a good thing.
Um, monster of ceremonies. What season are we in? Like, what time of year is this?
I'll say, let's say that this is we'll say it's spring. So, you're kind of getting later in the year. So,
I would love to make something with just some really uh, light, like asparagus, some like new peas, some mint, some really just kind of light flavors. I think that would be a wonderful starter to our meal. But I think also, yeah, a really good like a potato. Um, yeah, I think we can work with this. Are we looking at doing like a red meat as well for an option?
I think that
And a
would
vegan
probably.
option, obviously?
Yes, of course, a vegan option. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna leave people high and dry. That would be silly. I think some kind of a. Let's see, you want to go with something a bit lighter, so we can go with perhaps pork for a different option. It's a little lighter than a beef would be.
Maybe like a really thick pork chop?
Yes, exactly.
Chantel has not had supper yet, so Chantel is starving.
totally reasonable.
Uh,
Totally
Maybe
reasonable.
yeah.
maybe doing a TV food show at dinner time was that.
um yeah, so
Sybil
Kind of
turns to Luciano. What do you have in mind for a great end to our meal?
I'm thinking options between a chocolate mousse and a creme brulee.
Oh, well, you know I love a creme brulee. Can't resist that cream.
Mhm.
and what are we going to do for a vegan option?
Well,
See.
I
we
mean,
could
we
do
could do a
something with
vegan mousse.
mushrooms.
Oh, sorry, I meant for a vegan dessert.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
yes.
want to make I
I
want to make
can.
sure we've got vegan options and, gluten like let's make sure we have everything marked down.
For sure.
Vegan,
Yeah,
gluten-free,
I can definitely
dairy-free.
do a chocolate mousse that is vegan.
All right, maybe
Amazing.
using
So,
some coconut milk. I don't want to
mm,
tell you how to do your job, of course. I think you know quite a bit more than I do.
I'm getting a handle on it. But yeah, no, that shouldn't be a problem at all.
I think, yeah, after this, Spencer would start going around to anybody else in the class and just like, so what's your plans? What are we doing? Oh, that
yeah.
sounds delicious.
Um
But very kind of distanced, but kind of a little bit head bitch in charge.
yeah, absolutely. Like you go around and you all start like assembling a menu and like it like it seems like Caroline was not only your enemy, but I feel like Caroline is just now your rival, like you in particular, Spencer. Like so she is like going back and like second guessing like menu options as you establish what someone's doing, and then she'll come back behind you and say like, no, we need to change that one ingredient. It's kind of like basically you two are in this kind of like menu war, but like y'all haven't talked directly to each other at all.
I think, would Spencer hear that this is happening?
I would say, yeah, you would eventually figure it out. You would put two and two together, and you would see that she's like following like two or three people behind you.
Oh my gosh, Caroline. Oh, what's Caroline's last name? I need to know that.
Yes, I did say that. I did actually give her a last name, Windsor.
Windsor.
Of course, it's Windsor.
Of course, it's Windsor. Oh my gosh, Carolyn Windsor. I totally forgot to get to you. I was thinking we should sit down and have a real talk about this. What your take is, why it's, I think it'll be really interesting to find out your plans.
She says, Look, I'm just trying to make sure everything's perfect. I would love to sit down with you and finalize this menu.
Do you have some time tonight?
She kind of looks at you. She's like, I could maybe make time.
Oh, actually, I have something going on. Sorry. Why don't we look at tomorrow morning? We can come in early tomorrow morning. Uh, get to the, you know what? No, you're important. I can cancel. It's fine. So I was thinking we could go and maybe check out a restaurant in town, something interesting, so that we can really kind of soak in the culinary vibes while we're planning this.
All right.
All
Do you want to
right.
choose or should I?
I'd love to see what your taste is.
All right. I'll text you later.
All right.
And she'll kind of like saunter off, keep doing what she was doing, second guessing all these menu options. That hasn't stopped, but
I think Spencer would like make eye contact with all of the people in the class, just like as she goes around. And Spencer has very piercing eyes. So I think, there's establishing an order of dominance here.
absolutely. Luciano, you get a notification on your phone. And it's your moon tracking app. And you look at the days on it and you realize that the night that this kitchen thing is supposed to happen is the night of the full moon.
Of course it is.
That's not accessible.
Shit.
Sorry, I got possessed for a second.
Oh shit. Okay, I definitely want to talk to my my crew about this, but not in the middle of class.
Oh, absolutely. You can make or find space to talk to them, and you
Or
you all
actually,
have
I think I'll
phones.
just take a screenshot of it and I'll send it in a group chat to both. I assume that we have a group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll send it to both Sybil and Skylar. Spencer. We got it mixed up again.
Skylar.
I don't know how
It's
Spencer became Skylar.
infectious.
It
No,
just
I did
happens.
it too. It was my bad too. So
It is so funny.
We can just say that
Kinda-
Skylar was her like name when she was alive.
Well,
It's her literal dead name.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh my god, you guys.
Oh my god. So yeah, I'll just send that in the group chat with oh shit and a werewolf, like a little wolf emoji.
Sybil looks at it, thinks for about half a second, and is going to turn on their heel. And where's the professor?
Oh yeah, he's just hanging out. He's like answering questions about like how to order ingredients and things. Like he's kind of just
Sybil
helping out.
rockets over like Bucky Barnes about to kill somebody, full Winter Soldier strut. Direct eye contact. All right, now I have a sensitive matter to discuss with you. I think it would be best handled in your office. And it is time sensitive, so I will see you in there.
Okay, that's a lot of intensity, Chef Lark. But
I'm an
sure,
intense person.
I gathered that.
Sybil is not an intense person. This is very out of character.
Yeah, like, and he's like, in fact, we could just go to my office now.
That is what I'm asking. Thank you for reiterating my point.
Okay. And as you're walking, he's like, "Are you okay?" Like,
We will discuss this in your office.
okay.
The second the door is closed, Sybil turns, looks him dead in the face. Now, I have some concerns about the accessibility of this program.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
I'm sorry, that's your response, good lord?
No, I'm sorry.
There is
That
no lord that is going to help you. It is just you and me in this office.
Now, Chef Lark, I need you to take down the intensity 2 notches, or we're not going to get anywhere, are we?
I don't understand why you have made a program that is forcing students to be in a dangerous situation, especially one that is the culmination of months of work.
I'm sorry. You still haven't told me what's dangerous or inaccessible. So I'm a little bit at a loss here.
I just realized we had already established that this is not like open urban like fantasy stuff. Is this guy a normie?
100%. He
All
is
right, no
he, he
worries.
he's surprisingly fit for his age, but he's definitely like later middle age. He's
Yeah.
like completely bald. He has bifocal glasses. Um and he says, "Is there a problem I need to handle?"
Yes, there is, in fact. The end of this week, the little presentation thing, you know, giant portion of our grades, huge accomplishment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It is not going to be a good time, quite frankly. It is in fact going to be a very bad time. I'm going into surgery that day. I have not informed you because I did not realize until the start of this week. My spine is fucked up, sir, and I need to fix it.
I'm going to ask
Dozens
you
is a character in here.
what?
What do I need to roll? Give it to me, Mal.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to keep your cool.
Oh boy.
Name what you're afraid of and roll with cold.
I'm not good at cold. So we're gonna hope that this goes better than my test rolls. Okay, come on, babies. Don't fuck me over. You can fuck me over on something more important, okay? That's the deal. Okay.
This got unhinged so fast.
So listen, I don't know what you know about Southern bitches, but we will go to bat for our friends.
From one southern bitch to another.
That's gonna be an 8.
An 8. Okay, on a 7 to 9, the MC will tell you how your action would leave you vulnerable and how to choose to back down or go through with it.
Sybil
right.
is freaked out as hell by the fact that they are full on lying to this man to cover their friend's ass, and this is going to probably have very bad consequences.
It's like he says, "Okay, well, if you are going to be out, which is fine, I will need, we'll need a doctor's note. This is a very important thing. We can't really reschedule it for, you know, 20 students. So we'll have to come up with some other assignment." But he says, he kind of adjusts his glasses and he says, "I feel like something else is going on here."
I will see if I can get the appointment moved. But I'm letting you know I'm not dropping this. And if I cannot get it moved, I will make the assignment move. I hope you understand that.
He says, I appreciate your fire, but I'm still the executive chef here.
Of course, chef.
Do we have an understanding?
I think so.
Now, good. I have a lot of work to do, and so do you.
I'm sure.
And he will stand up and like kind of gesture for you to leave his office.
Sybil goes out, and as they are leaving, this is going to be a weird technicality. So, Mal, I'm going to ask if this can. All right, so Sybil is not happy with Mr. Professor, can't do much about it. Sybil's gonna try to cast a hex,
Ooh, okay.
meeting the target's gaze, and so is it specified what tongues, or do I get to choose?
Wait, sorry, what's the question?
So I can either expend a sympathetic token to do a secret ritual, or meet the target's gaze and chant at them in tongues.
That's up to you. What that is then. What the
Okay,
tongues are.
fantastic. I think it's a little malleable. Sybil's whole character is about malleability and the spaces in between.
Okay.
So Sybil looks him in the eye, says, Merci pour votre temps, sir. And is going to attempt to cast illusions, picking specifically false prophecies. I want this guy to be paranoid as fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you a string on him for that. That
Fuck yeah, baby. French, the language of strings.
also I gave him the last name Bridges. He refers to himself as chef. So he is Chef Bridges. So yeah, there we go.
There we go. All right, so I'm gonna roll with dark now. This is exciting. I have like good dark. It's my best stat. Wee. Okay, that is going to be an 11. 11 for the thing.
11's a full success
Woohoo!
on it. So
So now he is going to see false prophecies everywhere. And
amazing.
Sybil's gonna go back into the space.
As you walk out, you see that Chef Hawthorne is still hanging around. He's in one of the like side offices. He's talking to someone on a phone. He
I'm
says,
gonna stop and eavesdrop.
you hear him say, yes, it's all in order. Like everything is going exactly to plan. Look, you don't need to worry about that. I will handle it. I'll handle all of them. I know it's a problem, but seriously, just leave it to me. It'll be quieter that way. And he'll hang up the phone. And he will turn and like start to leave the office and kind of see you, and he says, he just kind of nods at you. See, you can see that he's like taken aback a little bit by seeing you there, but he doesn't seem too worried and just will carry himself out.
Just nod and a smile and have a good day, chef.
You too, chef.
and speed walk back in, rapidly text the 3-person group chat. Need to talk after this. Hawthorne, weird. Send. Also, Chef Bridges may be going slightly crazy. Smiley face. Send.
Hearing that there might be something going on with Chef Bridges.
That I caused. Oops.
I think Spencer would find a way of kind of getting into like somewhere where no one can see her. And she'll kind of back into the wall. And then, because she's been in the school for a while, she knows the layout. She knows the walls. She's going to make her way through the walls to Chef Bridges' office and just kind of go into the wall behind him and start like whispering. Start, like moving her hands out of the wall and like knocking things off. Just start like haunting Chef Bridges. Is it just me who can't hear Mal?
No, it was me. It was on me.
Okay.
I was on mute. And so you begin listening to him, and like you're gonna whisper to him as well.
I'm gonna whisper. I'm gonna listen. But like, I know that Sybil can make things kind of weird, and knowing the text that we got from Luciana Machado, and I feel like Sybil is probably trying to do something for that. So I want to try and help by just getting in there and just kind of from the walls, just like knocking things off, whispering in like a deep voice.
I'm gonna say, yeah, this is gonna be another shut someone down. So go ahead and roll with cold.
Is there any bonuses given for the hex in place?
Maybe. Let's see what the dice say.
Okay.
The dice, so in total I have a 7.
7. Okay. 7 is a partial success.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So on a 7 to 9, you still get to choose one from a below, but you come across poorly and they give you a condition in return. So let me make sure I remember what conditions do. So you get to pick from the list.
Ooh. What page are the conditions? Sorry.
Well, do you want to give him a condition?
Oh, yes, I was going to give him a condition.
Okay. They gain a condition or you take one. Okay. Conditions are on page 31 to 33. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to now take on the condition paranoid. That's what I'm going to call his condition.
Okay.
So, as opposed to just being haunted by the visions, now he's fully paranoid that someone is also watching him while he's seeing these visions. However, he hears your voice, and he's now paranoid that you, in particular, are set out to sabotage his school. He now has it fully in his head. So I'm gonna say this condition is called targeted.
Ooh.
I mean, he can try. I will bite his throat out. Let's go. Lycos will manifest in here.
I just imagine Lycos like yelling at the TV right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Lycos is like, no, you idiots, and is throwing popcorn. I could do this so much better. How dare you?
Oh, amazing. So, you just see him, he's in his office. He's like, Spencer's gonna take down my school. Like, already, like, I saw her fighting with Caroline, and Caroline's the one who's doing expo. Like, sabotaging already. And he's gonna like throw some papers and like huff out of his office.
That would be Spencer's signal to make her way back through the walls to a spot where, and she'll like kind of get low to the ground and like peek her face out just a tiny bit and kind of look to make sure nobody's around before she kind of reappears from the wall,
Amazing. Yeah. Not a problem for you.
like kind of dusting herself off.
Um yeah, so yeah, you easily just like make your way out in the hall. No one seems to notice you. They're all on the doing their own things.
Hey, Sybil,
Ah, yeah.
Sybil. Uh,
Oh, something's
Luciano.
wrong. You didn't say my full name.
Sorry, Sybil Lark, Luciana Machado. So when you got out of Chef Bridges' office and came back in, I've been here with you the whole time.
Oh, of
You know,
course.
I was
Absolutely.
just standing kind of further back.
You've been helping me figure out how to prepare the mushrooms. I'd be lost on my own.
You are the most beautiful.
Oh, darling.
Just my favorite fey entity goblin.
I do my best.
Oh, I didn't even want to come to cooking school, but I'm so glad that I came here. I feel like this is where our life is beginning.
I'm glad you're here too, Spencer Young. I don't know what I'd do without you. Or you, Luciana Machado.
I was
Luciano
thinking
is
I
just
might,
frantically whipping. Just frantically whipping.
I think, should we go and maybe have a talk with Esther over at administration? See
I
if
think
she
that'd be
can,
a very good idea.
yeah, I think she can maybe figure out something to help us um, with the date change for
She
this.
always can.
Mm, I love
Yeah,
her
I'm
for
gonna try
that.
and talk to my pops too and see he's been doing this a little longer than me.
Luciano Machado, we have your back.
No matter what happens, we're here.
I appreciate y'all.
I
I think they
appreciate
like
you too.
walk out and Spencer's doing that like bad bitch stride. The kind of like she's wearing like really contemporary chef's white, like the white jacket with like the rolled up sleeves, the black pants, sensible shoes, her hair is back. It's not, she's not glamorous, but she is um head high, very kind of striding down the hall.
Yeah, absolutely. Um and you're heading towards Edith.
Uh Esther.
Esther, sorry.
It's okay. It's all the dead people. It's hard to remember names when we're kind of phasing in and out of this reality.
Esther, right.
Esther, heading to administration to see Esther.
Okay.
Um,
Um Esther has like her glasses on a chain and everything, and she's just like doing her work, like looking through the bottoms to type on the keyboard. Um, and she says she doesn't stop typing or look away. She says, "What do you need, hun?"
hey, Spooky Mama. I have a little bit of an issue with some timing that we are trying to get taken care of. And I was just, I thought I'd see if you had any ideas or like something we can do to just kind of make it a more sure thing. So you know how we have the big like week long, like we're getting to the end of this year. We're going to be doing the big like cook thing where we're serving people, celebrity chef, etc. So the um the day that we're supposed to be doing the cooking fully does not work for us.
And she, again, not looking away, she's like, and why are you telling me now and not when you knew about the assignment at the start?
Well, we're telling you now because we've discovered today that that last day does not work. And
Let me guess, this
pushed
has something
forward
to
a day, pushed back a day. We would be happy with either. We just
let
need
me
to figure
guess,
out how
this
to
has
make it.
something to do with something that has a regular cycle that humans have known about for thousands upon thousands of years.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna have my period, okay? It's my first one in a year, and I planned it really well.
Now she fully just looks away from the computer. She says, look, I will ask about it, but your friends really need to look out for their own needs. They can't have you running to me every time they need something.
I have to take care of these people.
I know. And you're doing a good job.
They
Like I
are
said,
my people.
I will ask, but you know, they did fly in Chef Hawthorne. So,
He's here the whole week. We could move it forward a day. He would still. It wouldn't be a change um, in the expense of bringing out Chef Hawthorne.
yes, and this is also the grade of 20 other students, if I recall correctly, that you would expect them to do on a faster timeline.
I mean, at least some of them did try to mind control everybody not that long ago.
Well,
Speaking of mind control, I maybe wouldn't talk too much to Chef Bridges today. He might just be feeling a little under the weather.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I do have to talk to him. He is the one in charge of that scheduling. So, um, but thank you for the heads up. And I think you should get back to class.
Yes, yes, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing one day sooner.
And tell your friends, tell your friend that it's that time of month every 4 weeks. And you should really plan ahead. And then they should really plan ahead.
Look, I can't help it if ghost periods only come once a year.
You she looks around, she's like, ma'am, please do not do that to me.
You know you
You
love me.
I I very much do, but look, we can't
I know.
rock the boat too hard, okay?
All right. All right. Thank you. I yeah, I've got school stuff to do.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of see her reach for her mug and accidentally like go through it and then like try it again and as she drinks coffee.
Sorry. Just kind of hoping that her friends are out just outside the office.
Sybil is definitely outside the office, and if anybody is like passing by, Sybil will say hi to them, little wave, big smile.
I like to think I can overhear what's happening with my wolf ears. How am I supposed to move the moon? It's
They
not my
want you
fault.
to
I keep
move the moon?
scheduling things when the moon is full.
That's stupid. That's stupid and dumb. I mean, honestly, I think that we should schedule the end of it for a day before, and then the final day of the week is full of critiques. Like, that's just a full day of critiquing and learning and doing better. I think that that's how they should do it. That's how they do it at some of the other bigger institutions.
I think that is an exceptional idea.
Yay, you're back. Hi. I missed you.
Hi. I missed you too. you know, we're gonna try. Esther will give it a shot. We're gonna make it happen. You know, there's nothing we can't make happen.
Oh yeah. I
You
mean,
hear you are talking and you hear from like back in the office behind you, you hear Chef Bridges come out. He says, "No, absolutely not. Spencer will not sabotage this." And like you hear a door slam.
maybe he'll get arrested and then they'll have to reschedule it. That's part of the reason I haven't ended the hex yet. I hope he does something a little crazy.
I mean, should we go easy or should we poke the bear?
I guess that depends on what kind of a solution we want. If we want to try to figure something else first and save it as a last resort, I'd say we just work on sharpening our stick.
Yeah, I mean, it is fair. Like, it's our grade, it's other people's grades. We can't go too far off the path.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'll talk to Pops tonight and see if there's anything he knows of that can help us.
Do any
so
of
that
us have like connections in Hollywood that we could pull so that like Chef Hawthorne would have to leave a day early?
I don't think my grandma's
Mm.
that well connected. Granted, she has some wild stories.
Yeah, I think the same with Joe and Esther. They've been around, but not so much around Hollywood.
Yeah. I think my grandma once hooked up with Meryl Streep.
Oh, the
Nice.
dream.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She
So
can Julie my Julia any day.
Wow.
yeah. Is there anything you'll want to do? Like, y'all do have like a few days to prepare for this and do things, so we can kind of jump around as you want to. So where are y'all off to next?
Let's see. Well, we definitely need to buy ingredients.
I think
Yeah.
though, maybe making some calls first to like local farms so that we can put in orders for like the day of to pick up like early
Yes.
first thing in the morning. And maybe, you know, we should pick up some stuff to make some test batches so we can like get everything perfected, bearing in mind that we have one fewer day, right?
Exactly.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
We have to act as though we have one less day. And I have a thing tonight. I'm meeting with Caroline.
Oh.
I'm meeting
Oh.
with Caroline. We're going to she's very much wanting to kind of do her own thing with the menu.
Of course.
Of course she does.
Let me know if you need any backup. I'm sure between the two of us we can handle her. Or between the
I'm
three of
sure we could.
us. I'm very
I'm
generous.
hoping that I can talk to her and, you know, make her see reason.
I'm sure you can.
My reason, obviously.
I might talk to Kira. She knows a lot about a lot of things, and maybe we could get her help with trying to speed the process up a little bit. She's my friend, so hopefully
Oh,
she would
of
help me.
course. Well, you know, we've got Kira's back. I've got all of your backs.
That's a very good place to be.
So, asparagus soup.
Delicious.
Mm. Sexy like head toss.
Yeah. All right. I think we'll so Luciano, you want to talk to your pops Uh,
Yep.
Spencer, you have dinner, and Sybil, was there something you wanted to do? Oh, you want to talk to Akira?
Yes.
Okay. Um, yeah, we'll talk to Kira first. Um, so yeah, so Kira is your longtime friend,
No rivalry
frenemy.
here. We just make each other better. There are no negative feelings at all.
Yeah, it's like, as far as you're concerned, she is your longtime friend.
Yeah.
And
She's my second
you
longest friend.
you come up to Kira and she just lets out an audible sigh and she says, she puts on a smile. She says, "Hey, Sybil."
Ah, rough day?
Yeah, a little bit. Just trying to get everything in order. You know, I think I think you'll be really impressed with what I'm gonna do.
I know I will be. You always impress me. And I hope that I can impress you.
We'll see if you can.
I
She
look
kind of
forward
still
to
is
it.
like big smile, like
Now, I was just wondering, you know how they do it in the bigger institutions, give us only a couple of days and then last days for critiques. Do you think that they're secretly planning to change it?
I I don't know why. Like Chef
Well, in
Brick
a
just
kitchen, things change all the time, They might be trying to give us the experience of that.
well, we have been trained by the best.
That's true. I'm sure you could handle anything that comes your way.
She says, "Why are you buttering me up? What do you want?"
I just, your recent condition.
And like as you remind her, like you've come close to her, like you can like kind of see in her face as you remind her, like her nostrils flare a little bit as she can kind of smell you a little bit. And she says, "Yeah, what about it?"
Well, you also know a friend of mine has something similar, and the dates aren't exactly lining up. Now, I don't want to put them in danger, and I certainly don't want to put the rest of the class in danger. I was wondering if you had any kind of thoughts, solutions, comments, even.
Well, you ain't gonna like what my options are.
Just because I don't like them don't mean I don't want to hear them.
Look, I know a few older folks who might be able to, I don't know, kind of lull them into submission.
You're right, I don't like that, but
It is an
if
option.
if you could I have their information?
I'll let them know about you. All
Thank
right.
you. I I really appreciate this. I hope you know that.
She kind of like, she just kind of like pulls her hair back and like kind of fusses with it. She says, "Glad to help you out."
Honestly, I don't know what I would do without you, Kira Davis. I look forward to seeing what you make. And kind of just like half a step closer, looking up at her, and then Sybil goes back to their own work.
I'm still gonna ask you to roll to turn someone on.
Yes. Woohoo. Where did my character sheet go? No, Sybil. There it is. Okay.
So yeah,
It's
you're
full
gonna
on
roll plus
gone.
hot.
Sybil's decently hot. You know, like, okay, so that is a 9.
A 9. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Like you come closer to her and like her teeth just like get slightly pointier and she like starts to breathe through her mouth and you pull away, gain a string on her.
Woo! All right. This is fun.
I feel like we cut over to
So
Lu-
Dustin's message. Hi, Dozens. You are very funny.
for anyone who's watching this VOD or listening later, our dear friend Dozens, who usually plays Girl by Moonlight with us, called this a tooth erection. So, and I think that's about right. Uh, but yeah, we cut to speaking of tooth erection, we
Dental
cut over to
jam.
we cut over to Luciano. um, you are at home, and you wanted to your dad and your pops are just in the living room. Your dad is like he's just like flipping through the TV. Your pops is like he is like delicately like handling all his little plants and making sure they're properly hydrated.
So I'm gonna run in. Pops.
Uh, well, hey there. What's going on, whippersnapper?
The big, our big like project thing that we have to do. It's on full moon day.
Yeah, they invited us to come.
Full moon
Oh,
day. Full moon day.
Moon Day.
Which is fine for you, but not for me.
No, Benny didn't remind me. And Benny says, "And well, my job." And he says, okay, okay. Well, we got to figure something out. Um, oh,
We're trying to
okay.
get the date changed. My friends are trying to get the date changed, but it's
They're
not
not
looking
going to
great.
change it, are they? No.
Doesn't seem that way.
When you miss a day of things, sometimes it works out. The full moon's on a weekend, and you get to have a nice like wolf vacation on the weekend. But oh boy, and he's just like rubbing his head, like,
Well, if we don't
ah,
figure out something, I'm going to be having a wolf buffet.
look, it's not gonna like it's gonna be early evening. It's definitely gonna pull on you, and I know you've had trouble in the past with it pulling. Um, you usually like kind of change pretty quickly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess now is as good a time as any. You want to learn some meditation, kiddo?
No.
Well, you got two options. You get to dine on your friends and classmates, and possibly embarrass yourself and fail, or you can try and be quiet with me for the next 2 hours.
2 hours?
Oh yeah, the wolf doesn't like meditation.
Pops, I'm going to die of boredom.
Well, either you die of boredom or your friends die of being eaten. So
I'm literally listening to a podcast right now while we're having this conversation.
kiddo, really like, look, I know like with all you got to learn to start tuning things out. Um, or you're gonna go crazy. Like, and not just on the full moon.
Short trip, to be honest.
Okay. Well, um,
Fine.
he'll go to a cabinet. He'll get one of those like singing bowls and start like he like sit on the floor with me.
Fine. Sit on the floor.
All right. I'm gonna ask you to roll. I'm gonna say it's night. And the room uh that your pops here has for his meditation. There's a window in here and there is moonlight coming through. I'm gonna have you gaze into the abyss.
Yippee!
Righty.
I would like it to be known during this whole like meditation scene, Carrie's kind of like flopped over, is like,
Carrie?
Janice, they're
Oh,
doing
yeah.
boring things.
Yes. Yes. So that is 2d6s and I add my dark, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you name what you're looking for and roll with dark.
Okay, my dark is hold on a second. If Bast in Moonlight, I can act as if I had dark 3 because my normal dark is -1, but you specifically said there's moonlight. So dark
Mhm.
3. Okay, fantastic. That's much better. I want to, let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a way to not accidentally kill my entire class. I'd like to figure out how to control the change. So that'll be 9.
9. Okay. On a 7 to 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answers nonetheless. So you get these flashes of you as a wolf um in your chef whites um doing your dessert work, but it's twisted. Sometimes the oven behind you is a large tree and like it just like all these shapes shift and you look into yourself, you look into, it's like a reflection where you're a wolf all the time and you feel that like feral side start fighting with your the control you need, the control you exhibit every day. um you and you start to realize that it like the visions are equal, the visions where you're wild um and the visions where you are careful as this wolf seem to like give and take. Like whenever one is more in control, the other rebounds. So you see this in yourself and you spend a lot of time in this vision watching these things play out, watching yourself like run through the woods, watching yourself cook and everything. And you kind of come to the conclusion that like if you're careful and if you're calm and if you breathe and do this kind of meditation, you can delay it. But that feral part of you will come to collect. You might lose control at a point somewhere down the line, but relatively soon if you resist the call of the moon.
Fun.
And your pops is in the room. He says, listen to your wolf. It lives inside of you. You have to care for it and nurture it.
Just one wolf inside of me, not two. That's comforting.
Yeah. that whole thing's a little appropriative, don't you think?
Truly.
And you'll say, "Did you find your wolf?"
I think so. I hope so.
You think you're gonna be okay?
I don't think I have much of a choice but to be okay. I can't slaughter my entire class and I can't skip the event. So we're going to make it happen.
Your pops will kind of a shorter person. And they will like reach up onto a shelf and like pull off like just looks like a small box full of trinkets, various objects, and like he'll pull out one that is it looks like just like a rough jute like um bracelet, and it has like little pieces of moonstone. And he said, when I first became a werewolf, when it first came out of me, I had to also like concentrate on it and figure out how to control it and not, you know, wolf out at the first sign of moonlight on a full moon. Um, this helped me remember this kind of meditation. You know, you'll tie it on your wrist.
Thanks, Pops.
Yeah, kiddo. Look, if you have to bail, the school invited us. You know, it's kind of a big night, so we'll be there.
All right. I'll give you a heads up if anything goes pear shaped.
Okay. Um, hopefully it doesn't, but you know, but your dad will have your back.
For sure.
Well, me and your dad, but mostly your dad. He's good in those situations.
Sure. I get it.
And
You're in love. Okay, I'm going to go now.
uh, he's like he's like, okay, kiddo. And we'll go back to doing his thing. Go hang out on the couch with your dad. Um, I think as we wrap up that scene, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in 10 to 15. All right.
Woo!
All right. See y'all soon. Hey everyone, welcome back. Uh s- so last we left off, uh Luciano was learning how to control the wolf inside. Maybe that's transactional, but maybe you can control it. We'll see how that goes. Um and so I think we cut over to um Spencer.
Yay!
You have what restaurant do you imagine that that Caroline has invited you to?
I feel like it's probably something really expensive with tiny plates of food that are, I think they are complicated just for the like the sake of being complicated. They're
Absolutely.
fancy just for the sake of being fancy. They're not necessarily great, but they're really impressive.
Mm-hmm. That seems very much her style. Like, um, yeah, it's a place like from the outside, it's just like completely nondescript. You don't really like see the name of the place or anything. You come inside and um they instantly just set you at the table. They, you know, you meet up with her out front. And she says, I wasn't sure you would show.
I keep my word. You look beautiful.
You don't look bad yourself.
I think, we need to talk.
I think we do. And you'll go in, you'll get seated, and yeah, they'll bring out the first course of this multi-course small dish. And it's like some sort of foam. There's like some protein in there, but it's indistinguishable from its original form. There is like a sprig of some herb just gently like tweezered on top. The colors are beautiful though. It looks like a work of art in it of itself, but it tastes fine.
So, what is it that you like about this restaurant?
She says, what they've done with the ingredients, everything they get here is from here in Shorecrest. Um, or somewhere nearby, and they elevate it to what they're doing in uh London, in New Orleans, like big places.
So, is molecular gastronomy kind of your thing?
It's not exactly my thing, but I appreciate the endeavor.
So, I guess getting down to brass tacks, your job in this dinner could be made or broken by the people in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
And you know that we get shit done. You, of all people, know that me and my friends, we are doers. We are people who make what we want happen. Not for bad things, but for the good of everything. And I would really like to be your friend on this. And so I wanted to call a truce. I want to work with you.
I can be okay with that.
I do have something I need help with, though. I need the big dinner. I need it moved ahead a day.
She says, she's kind of taken aback.
I'm also going to use a string
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you
to
pulling
tempt her.
strings?
I'm pulling a string on her,
Okay, yeah, so
tempting her to do what I want. I'm trying to be carrot. We're going to do this together. This is going to be a team. You're going to be part of my team. We just, the team needs to get this moved ahead a day. And I think your voice would carry a lot of weight. In
well,
a lot of other big culinary schools, the really like exceptionally fancy ones, they tend to do this sort of thing with less time preparing. And then the last day is critique instead of just having us do this, give us our grade, and we don't get anything out of it.
well, look, I thought it was a little weird too. This is not how they did it last year. I was talking to some other students here, and yeah, something's weird about this year. Something's weird about, I mean, bringing in someone so important must have cost them a lot. I mean, of course, we pay plenty to go to this school, but
Yeah. But I
but
feel like we are not getting our money's worth if we're not getting the
yeah,
feedback. I mean,
um,
fuck the big expensive chef. That
right?
doesn't teach me anything.
No, it looks good, I guess. It looks good on our social media, I guess. I don't know, but when we were I'm part of the I was part of the planning committee for this, and it was weird. Chef Bridges had very particular ideas on when it should happen because he wanted Chef Hawthorne to be here. He was adamant it had to happen this way. And it sounds like, from what I could tell, it was like kind of pressure from Chef Hawthorne's team as well, that was the date it like needed to happen. So I wonder if they're just trying to pull the stunt and like changing the procedure a little bit.
So you remember what happened before, right? The choker, the
Yeah.
kind of I really respect your insight on these things because of you being a part of that. Do you think this does this ping any bells? Any kind of odor of something that you were a part of and aren't anymore?
I mean, I haven't seen Chef Bridges wear any jewelry from a grandma, but uh, it's definitely weird. I mean, but in the same way that like most of the people running this school are a little weird.
Chef Bridges screaming earlier that he thinks that I'm trying to bring down, that I'm trying to sabotage this. I don't think I think there's some issues going on there.
He really has it out for you.
I don't know why. I know that your word would carry so much weight.
Between like saying that you're sabotaging things and talking about gremlins in the fire suppression system, it was a weird time with him this afternoon.
Gremlins in the fire suppression system.
Yeah,
What does he mean by that?
that he saw a gremlin in the fire suppression system. It doesn't make sense to me either. That's what he was saying. It's just
That is that's concerning to a level that I'm concerned about how it affects our education.
yeah. Um I mean, like normally he's the person you would bring these kind of things up to, and like we're so under the gun here. I didn't want to shake things up too much.
What if we work together on it? We can shake things up together. Because I feel like there's so much in you that I'd love to get to know, you know? I want to be a team with you. And I think Spencer will kind of slide her hand across and just lightly like rest a finger on Carolyn's hand.
Yeah. Roll to turn someone on.
This is my worst thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, you're gonna be great.
Ah! Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. So it's a 3.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
there's a dice down on the floor now. I don't think
Bestie.
Caroline likes me like that.
All right. Let me see something here. I'm gonna look up something and figure out what happens here.
I'm just laughing at our little notes document because it's just like a bunch of confused questions. We're on a roll with questions.
Okay. Let's see. I say that she kind of
Punches
she
you
d-
in the face.
no. She does very, very politely. turn down your advance by slightly moving. She, you can see that she's trying to pretend like she didn't see you reach your hand across. She's trying to let you down gently, but she does not accept the advance. She like picks up her hand and like brushes her hair behind her ear. And the
I think
next course comes, and
Spencer
then
would like
she
grab the salt and just like put a little. Just like, I was just grabbing the salt. No worries, nothing going on.
I feel like you both blush a little bit. But
But I'm really excited to hear about your menu ideas. Um, and I'm really hoping to work with you on, you know, getting this stuff solved. Hopefully, moving it forward today so we can get the really good experience. Yeah, yeah.
look,
This is delicious.
yeah, this food's great here. The honestly, your menu is great. Like, I can even set aside the fact that you'll put me in a cast for 3 months, but misunderstanding, I'm sure.
Absolutely. We're a team now.
We're a team. We can
We're a
do
team.
this.
Absolutely. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at school. Um, we will maybe see who we can escalate this to that isn't Chef Bridges.
Yeah, yeah. See if maybe there has to be a board or something, right? So
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for suggesting this restaurant. Uh,
maybe you pick next time.
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe after this is all done, the whole class, we can just go out to somewhere really kind of chill and casual and just like have a big thing to celebrate being done this.
Her expression kind of falls a little bit. She says, "Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a lot of fun."
I just, or it could be just the two of us.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Well,
Let's let's see.
we'll
Let's
figure
see.
it out.
Let's see whether you still like me at the end of this week, huh?
Well, let's see if you still like me. I mean, I can't apologize in advance for who I will become that night.
you know, I think part of the reason I want to bring it forward today is I think we'll all be our better selves a day earlier.
I'll ask somebody. I'll figure it out. I'm
Hey, I
like you're
respect you.
asking me to. You're kind of asking me to move mountains. I mean, Chef is really intent on doing this that night.
I don't know. Do you think it's easier to move mountains or move the moon?
Probably mountains. So
I think we can do this.
I think that's a false equivalence, but
All right.
but yeah, you'll have all your courses through the night. I imagine this conversation is like kind of happened as these courses
Yeah.
have come.
Yeah. And Spencer is just kind of feigning. Oh, wow. Wow, they really did something interesting with.
Yeah, like at some point, like something's brought out with like a dome of like smoke under a thing, and it's just like billows out. It's all stunts.
Disgusting.
At least 3 of the courses are deconstructed.
Oh, yeah.
100%. But it's all
After
local.
Mhm.
after the dinner, Spencer would absolutely send a group text. I could not recognize what half of the ingredients were. And there was so many things that felt like phlegm.
There is an
But
immediate text back from Sybil. I wish all deconstructed dishes to die immediately.
but I think we have Caroline on our side with moving this ahead a day, if we can figure that out. Real weird stuff about Chef Bridges and Hawthorne, though. And Wood's kind of
Uh,
text that whole like,
Sybil texts, heard something interesting, meet at diner R booth.
would send a 100% or the like 100 emoji back.
OMFG. Don't explode from all the foam. See you soon.
I feel like Luciano, you hear in the back of your head, your particular pastry instructor is like saying, if I have to see one more goddamn foam on the
Same, chef. Same.
Oh my God.
but
I
yeah,
am
y'all meet up.
so hungry.
Yes.
Just like Spencer gets there and just orders like a huge burger and like pie and a milkshake and like a salad, like just a bunch of everything, like salad and fries and a burger and a milkshake and a dessert and like
You had like 15 courses. It was mostly foam
yeah.
and bites of
Look,
pudding.
this fry, you can tell it was a potato. You know what's in here? Potato and oil and salt.
Yeah. It is certainly ridiculous. I think that people are so obsessed with being the next big thing, having the next culinary revolution, that they forget the fact that eating is supposed to be about enjoyment and about experiencing the flavors and about feeling satisfied instead of just looking at something pretty and saying, oh, wow, it's got glitter on it and it has 73 components and all of them are the size of my pinky nail.
I feel like maybe the next time I take Carolyn Windsor out, I'll take her to somewhere where she can see how satisfying eating really is.
Oh, I'm sure you want to satisfy her.
But she has also seen that it's been really weird with Chef Bridges
Oh,
and Chef
yes.
Hawthorne. Apparently, Chef Hawthorne was like really pushing it for it to be on the day it was.
So I actually overheard something. Hawthorne was talking to somebody on the phone. I don't know who, but he was saying something about how he has everything handled and how he's got everything under control and everything's going according to plan. Standard bad guy speeches. So something shady is going on with him. What about you? You got any updates to the situation, Luciano Machado?
Well, my pops had me meditate for like
Oh
two
no.
for like 2 hours.
And you're still alive?
I couldn't even have an earbud in.
All right, well that's just cruel.
That's what I'm saying. It went okay. It went okay, I guess. I have to get in touch with the wolf inside of me.
I mean,
So I guess I'm gonna be working on that. And hopefully I can find a way to keep
I,
things under control.
I'm sure it can't be that bad. I mean, I like every part of you that I know, and I've known the wolf.
I wish more
There's
people could handle that.
there's so many ways of getting really in touch with the wolf inside of you.
I don't know that that's what Pops meant, but
This is Spencer giggling, as well as Chantel, obviously.
There are a lot of directions I could take that, but I'm just gonna drop it. I did talk to Kira, and she knows some people who could potentially lull you, keep you calmer, but I don't want to explore that option until there aren't any left. I don't want you to be controlled. I want you to be able to control yourself.
Same, to be honest. Yeah, there's really just gonna be one way to see if I can make this happen, and that's just to do it, I guess.
You know, something about it being on the full moon kind of raises my hackles. I mean, celestial bodies are a big part of witchcraft and understanding and manipulating the different magical structures. They also have to do with a lot of different ghoulies and ghosts and magical artifacts, so there could be a reason it's on the full moon specifically.
Yeah, that's my curiosity. If he's so particular about it being this day, why this one in particular? It seems more than just, the normal sort of type A want to be in control thing. There's something else going on.
Mm, absolutely. Yeah, Caroline was in the planning meetings and they were apparently very, um, just like ultra focused, like weirdly focused on it having to be that specific day. And it came down from Hawthorne.
All right. I mean, maybe he's got to do some kind of ritual to maintain his popularity. If he's that world renowned, usually that comes with some kind of deal or caveat.
That would be the most hilariously bad B movie horror, like D movie horror movie.
Come on, our
I'm a
lives
famous,
are.
I'm a famous chef. I have to go around massacring culinary students to keep my fame.
I mean, that would not shock me at all.
He's a white man. They do it all the time.
Ah,
Really?
I'm so glad I know you too.
I'm glad I know
Luc-
you too.
Luciana Machado, Sybil Lark, you are such glorious folk.
I think that you two are real light in the darkness. Speaking of darkness,
Also,
I'm going to try to
these
read these
fries are
tea leaves.
delicious.
They look good.
Rawr, rawr.
You eating anything, Luciana Machado?
Oh yeah. I will probably I'm sure I've ordered something as well. Sit here
Good.
and nom on some fries as well.
The
Yeah.
greasiest burger.
If you look towards Spencer's food, Spencer will absolutely just like give you the eyes. The
Oh
like,
no, don't worry. I'll order my own. I'm fucking with your food.
Sybil
so much of
probably
it felt
ordered.
like phlegm.
Also, I probably ordered a burger that is like disgustingly rare. So very opposite of me
Sybil
IRL.
is kind of the opposite, I think, of Spencer and is actively like kind of putting fries on other people's plates just to make sure that they get enough food. And they ordered both a milkshake and tea, and they are going to attempt to read the tea leaves for
Yeah.
answers to what Hawthorne is planning.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to roll for gaze into the abyss.
That was my intention. We're gonna choose two from the middle. Come here, pal. Okay. 9. So
A
it's a
9.
partial success.
Okay. So with a 9,
Give me those alarming visions, baby.
Mhm. You're reading these tea leaves, and what you do know, the context of what you do know is that the upcoming moon is the worm moon. And that
Worm moon as in the little squiggly boy or as in the dragon?
the squiggly boys.
Okay.
Yes. Named for the ending of winter and the beginning of spring when the worms come out. So it is
Awesome.
um it is an auspicious moon, and rituals done under it. But you see these visions of you're reading tea leaves, and you see a knife, you see you see a head, like a face, and reading all these symbols and all the other aspects of this, their placements and everything, you see a murder, a sacrifice made to this moon. You what you learn from this, the answer to your question is that a sacrifice will be made to the worm moon. A ritual is constructed to make this sacrifice into something powerful, to feed some sort of powerful ritual, some sort of magic.
Okay. Okay. Great. Sybil like noticeably pales and I think does the thing of like dropping the teacup dramatically and it shatters on the floor.
The waitress who's always here, her name's Tatiana. She'll come by with a broom. She says, "You all right, honey?"
I'm so sorry. It seems I can't handle my tea. Is there anything I can do to help you clean this up?
Oh, just it's fine. I got it.
All right.
That's my job. You need another tea?
No, thank you. I think I'm satisfied.
Water, soda, anybody? You're good? Okay. And she'll
Good.
just kind of like yeah. She'll just mop up the cup. So sweep up the glass. And she said, "Watch your feet." She'll go back off to her duties.
So,
You okay there?
All right. So I have some answers. And they're a little bit like what we suspected. So the moon, it's the worm moon. And would Sybil know that it is specifically from like Native American mythology?
Probably, yeah.
All right, awesome. It's it got its name from Native American calendars and spiritualism because the earthworms would make their paths and crawl back out, and it's magic done under it is powerful, and it seems like someone's trying to take advantage of that. They're going to make a sacrifice to some sort of powerful magic, maybe an entity, maybe not. There's a face, but I couldn't quite get a read on it. And a knife.
well, shit.
So no matter what we do, we're not going to be able to move this.
I mean, we could
Also,
take
I
out
should
Hawthorne now.
probably I need to end my hex. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to definitively end the hex on Chef Bridges.
Okay.
Just kind of take out a little piece of paper and quickly tear it up.
Smash cut to him at home, like frantically doing something, and then like this happens, and he's like, "What was I so worried about?" Cut back to the diner.
So, do you think that the gremlins, he was apparently going on today about gremlins in the fire suppression system? Like
Oh, that's
actual
not good.
gremlins? Do you think that was you or?
No, I mean it was probably my hex, but it's a false prophecy, so at least we don't got to worry about that. Sometimes they're nicer. It's just, oh, you're gonna be super lucky in 24 hours. Spend your money. It'll be fine. Buy that new car. It's not gonna be something you regret. Sometimes they're a little more aggressive. Do you think I was too mean to him? I feel like I was too mean to him.
I don't know. Do we think he's up to something nefarious?
Probably.
I don't know if it's him or if it's Hawthorne. And Chef
Oh, Hawthorne's
Bridges
definitely
is
involved.
Chef Hawthorne is just being like Chef Bridges is like wowed by the celebrity, you know?
He's
Yeah, that
either
makes sense.
malicious or ignorant.
Probably just dumb.
Yeah, I don't think he's that intelligent.
Where do you think
Is
Chef
that a
Hawthorne
mean
is
thing to say?
staying?
Possibly. I don't know.
We could maybe do some research. I mean, he would want to be in a fancier hotel, wouldn't he?
I would assume so.
He
I wonder
doesn't
if
seem like the type to slum it at a motel.
I think Spencer would like take out her phone and ring Esther.
Esther will answer. It says, "You should be really glad I don't have to sleep. What's going on?"
Hey, Mama. Do you know whereabouts Hawthorne is staying?
Why he made his own arrangements. I don't know. I'm a school administrator. I'm not a cop.
Like, you know everything. I know you know everything.
Look, there's only really one place in town where it would be nice enough for him to stay. And it's out on the coast. You know, it's the big one, the big hotel on the coast.
All right. I mean, you're right. I should have thought of that. But this is why I love you. Because you're so smart.
What did they call it? They renamed it last year. What was it? It's just called like the Cliffs or something.
Thank you, Mama.
Of course. Don't do
I
something
will.
stupid.
Oh,
Hmm. As she hangs up.
She will.
I I think, I'm not feeling tired. You guys probably need to go home and take a rest. But I'm thinking I might, just go for a drive.
You're gonna snoop?
I might snoop.
All right.
I'll text you and let you know.
All right. And if you need either of us, just let us know and we'll be there.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I'll try to keep my phone on me. Sometimes it goes well when I'm snooping. Sometimes not so much.
And if you can, just if there's anything that seems personal or connected to him in any way, could you just snag it for me, please?
Oh, of course.
Thank
Of course
you.
I can. I really hope I don't have to look in on too many people in that hotel.
I'm sure he'll be in the big room. You know, there's probably some sort of penthouse or something.
Hmm.
All right. I say, like, yeah, we cut over to you are at the hotel. How do you want to snoop on him?
Well, first of all, I flew over,
You flew
obviously.
over. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course.
Because I can fly, because that's the main goal I have with all of my
Mm-hmm.
characters. And I think I would be kind of trying to like keep inconspicuous, trying to
Mhm.
like fly up the side of the building, but
Mhm.
like halfway in the building, halfway not. So I'm kind of as close in as I can while still seeing and
Okay.
try to get to where I think the penthouse would be.
Yeah. So you're kind of halfway in the wall.
Yeah.
You are like flying up the side of this building. Uh, you hit your head fully, like
Uh,
as if something solid hit you.
uh,
And you like fly out and you can see in the windows here easily, and it's Chef Hawthorne. He's like on the bed like scrolling his phone, like
and it was like the floor.
the
That
floor, like you couldn't move through it.
I'm gonna try going up and around and seeing if I can get through the ceiling.
Same thing. You come down and it's like something solid is preventing you from coming through the walls.
Motherfucker. That's so weird. I guess I'm gonna like, is there a bathroom with a window that I can try and like get in through the window?
Yeah, you would have to physically open the window. But yes,
I can go
well,
through walls.
you can't go through these walls.
Shit.
Something is protecting.
I think I would try and get the window open.
Okay.
I would try and figure out a way to like get the window open.
All right. I say yeah, you can just do that. You managed to get the window open, but you have to like it's like it's made you corporeal for the moment. Like you have to pull yourself into it.
Shit.
And
Okay.
like you come in this space and like you feel gravity on you. Like something's charged about being in here. I'm gonna need you to roll for to keep your cool. You are sneaking around. You are in his hotel room now.
Yes, I am.
Don't
So that is an 8.
An 8. Okay. Um, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of in this situation? What are you afraid is going to happen?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm afraid of getting caught, but I'm also afraid, like, I'm afraid of like what the hell is protecting the space that I couldn't get through. I can get through fucking anything.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So this is your chance to back out. You don't think you've been heard, but you think if you're caught, he's probably going to call police or something on you. And as far as you can tell, you can't phase through the walls in this room.
Can I, is there anything in this bathroom that would be a personal token?
Personal token. Okay. Um, yeah, like he has like his like full shave kit and everything, like all meticulously laid out in this bathroom.
Is there anything that's like personalized?
I would say that the bag that it's in is like fully like monogrammed and like it seems nice, like maybe it was a gift or something.
I'm gonna try and steal his shave kit. Like the whole fucking, it's all laid out really nicely. It's all organized. Just like put it together and like jump out the window
Okay.
and like, but trying to stay along the walls so that he can't just like look out the window from the living room or bedroom or whatever and see me. Where he would have to like
Absolutely.
look at too far an angle to actually see me.
All right, yeah. That's easy enough for you to do. You grab a personal token from him.
Just like, yeah, I text. I'm like, I couldn't get any dirt on him, but I think he'll be happy with what I got.
it cuts back to Sybil, who's like trying to toss fries in Luciano's mouth. And phone. Oh, I think, yeah, good job. Oh, this is gonna be fun. What do you think, Luciano Machado? You up for a little fun tonight?
Always.
And Sybil texts back, bring it by my place.
So yeah, Spencer will fly to Sybil's house and then like, but like come down a block away ish, looking to make sure there's nobody like looking up. Come out of like a tree. Like, come down through a tree from the forest and like come out of the tree. I was just hiding behind here the whole time.
Mhm.
I've been
Absolutely.
here the whole time.
So, where do you get set up?
In Sybil's house, well, I say house, it's more of an apartment. There's a little nook in a closet that was there for some time. They don't know what it was originally used for. Probably something spooky and sinister. They use it for their craft. There are a couple of symbols that are drawn on note paper and then taped onto the walls because they can't draw on the walls. They would lose their deposit. That would be so silly. It's a little corner. There are a couple of candles. There are a couple of little objects. And there is a very large stack of very old books. Some of them have more yellowed pages, look a little more fragile. Some of them are bound in tight leather of dubious source. Some of them are bound in tight leather of cow source. They are quite varied. Sybil opens the door, does a little grand gesture for Luciano to come in,
Yep, I'll come right on in.
and sits down crisscross applesauce, starts lighting candles, takes one of the very large books, flips over a few pages, and will then text Spencer, come on up.
And Spencer's been here a number of times, so Spencer knows how to come up. Actually, because I feel like at this point Sybil probably knows that Spencer is a ghost.
Yeah.
So I think Spencer would fully just like come up through the middle of the room.
All right, good to see you. What'd you bring me?
So I didn't know if you needed something really personalized or not. And I couldn't like see if any of the individual items were personalized, but this bag looks very custom. So have an entire grooming kit.
Very nice. I mean, I can definitely do things with the grooming kit if any of his hair is in here.
Well,
So,
and the bag is custom to him. So
fantastic. So we've got a lot of ammo. All right, first things first, I'm going to use the bag since that's surefire.
As you're getting ready to do this ritual, you hear a knock at your bedroom door.
Thinks about it for a second. Uh, keep the candles burning. Don't let anything else burn. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Oh, I was actually hoping that you would come with me to answer the knock.
oh,
You know, I
yeah.
could always.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll keep the candles lit.
Yes, you keep the candles
Luciana
lit.
Machado will
And
go with you.
Luciana
Um,
Machado, I'd like you by my side.
I give you my arm.
Sybil takes it and goes over, first closes the closet door of magical secrets and then opens the other door.
And Sebastian is at your door.
Oh, Sebby, hi!
And he just like he has like a notebook in his hand, and like it's like full of like it's open to a page, and he just walks in and he's like he gives it like, hey Sybil, hey Luciano, and he's like, look Sybil, you got to help me with this part. Like I can't, like something needs to happen right here, or else the whole book isn't, they're not, the characters aren't going to get to the end of the book if I don't
Ooh.
connect these parts. What are you doing? What are you doing in here?
Just some stuff.
You're using the good candles.
Yep, I sure am.
We're naked in here.
Yes, my friend is very naked.
Okay.
She's so naked. She's breast and boobily all over the place.
That's right, breasts and booblies.
Why
This started out as like, yeah, this is
Broke me. I'm
this
done.
is dark stuff, and we've
Broke
just
me.
fully gone like. I blame myself.
Yeah, yeah. He's just okay.
Weird sex stuff. Don't ask questions. You don't want answers to.
Ooh, but maybe I do want the answers. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe he starts writing
Oh,
things
yeah.
down.
Weird
Weird
sex
sex
stuff is
things.
always the answer from getting to point A to point B.
Never fails.
I mean, it's great because, you know, they can have weird sexy time, bond as people, and then also their weird sexy time can result in like, oh no, we've gotten caught by the guards. Oh no, we've
Unless it's a
summoned
horror theme.
thing. Oh
If
yes,
it's a
yes.
horror
Oh no, we're
theme,
having a weird alien baby.
Thank you.
Spencer would open the door and be absolutely not naked, just fully clothed.
Oh, Spencer, you put clothes on.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. I don't have to leave then. Um
Spencer's just fucking laughing.
Hey Spencer.
Hey, Sevy.
He's like, I'm not interrupting, am I? Like, really? Like, you can tell me to leave. I promise I will leave.
Just stay right there for like 3 minutes 33 seconds. I will be right back.
Okay, but I'm
Just-
gonna touch everything in this room. You know that, right?
I know that.
Cool.
I would honestly be disappointed if you did not.
And he like plops himself on your bed.
Sybil goes into the magic closet, sits down crisscross applesauce, takes all of the shaving implements out of the kit, takes the bag, and kind of starts crushing it in between their hands, and it slowly becomes more and more malleable like clay. And they are going to hexcast. And we are going to specifically be casting the binding hexcast. So that person cannot physically harm others. Suck it, dipshit.
Okay, and you're doing this on Chef Hawthorne?
Yes, I'm doing this on Chef Hawthorne. I
Amazing.
can do it on more people if I want to. I'm just starting with Chef Hawthorne because he is shady as hell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, babies. Don't fail me, babies. I know I said that I wanted to fail in this game, but not like by a bunch. Oh, yay. Okay, so that is going to be a 12. My babies did
Damn.
not fail me. They know me
Okay.
so well.
We love a
Yep.
witchy monarch.
The hex works and can easily be reversed. So the candles in this space like all flare up for a moment as like you go into your whatever state you get into when you cast these types of hexes, and yeah, you feel that you feel the binding happen on him.
The bag has now become some sort of strange clay, almost like a chain. It is transformed as the hex is cast. And Sybil puts it in a box, locks the box, puts the box in another box, locks that box, and then puts the box in a third box and locks that box. Just for good measure. And then puts out all of the candles and comes out, locks the closet door. All right, so what were we talking about? Unique characters get from point A to point B.
Alien
Breasts
babies.
and
Alien babies,
boobies.
fantastic.
um
Don't actually write that. You're not Stephen King. You cannot get away with it.
Right. Damn you, Stephen King. And with that,
Stephen King has written so many books. He really has taken all of the ideas, every last one.
truly.
Sometimes he took ideas that should not have been taken.
Here.
Sometimes he took his own ideas and redid them.
He has like 7 books about evil cars. I think he just does not like cars.
Um, yeah, we'll save his relationship to cars and for the after show.
I just
It's
I
just
just want to
gonna
do a
be
case
talking
study on
about
Stephen King.
Stephen King's such a
Desperately.
little freak.
Okay.
Truly.
In the interest of time, though, you
Yes.
though all your efforts through all of this, you tried to push it back and you kept getting no's. It comes to the day of still nothing. It still is the exact same day. Everyone has rejected it. They've offered, like you've asked and like been offered various accommodations and things. Oh, maybe if you like, maybe you can have one of the lower classmen do some prep work, like those kind of things. But day of is day of. So, um, friends and family are invited to come as well, um, and be served the food. So,
Luciana Machado, we'll get you're doing the pastry work. If you need to, write down really good instructions for us. And you
For
can
sure.
head out early. We will do the finishing touches the way you want them. You can show
Okay.
me if you need to leave early.
I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever
You are Luciana
happens,
Machado, best damn pastry chef in this whole fucking town.
and no matter what happens, we're right here with you, and we aren't gonna let you fall. We're not gonna let you fail. I'm not gonna let you fall. I've got you.
Just don't let me kill anybody.
I promise.
If you really want to go for someone, come my way.
Nope. We don't know if ghosts can double die.
That's true. We don't know how it all works.
Hey, it's happened once. I bet I could do it again.
Please don't.
I'll, you know, first option, plan A, definitely to not have anybody die tonight.
All right. I
All
think
right.
beforehand, before like service starts and what have you, I will do a tiny meditation on my own for a sec, and then let's see what we can do.
yeah, kind of how this kitchen is laid out is that the kitchen is like kind of open to the dining area so that people get a feel of what is going on, and also so you can be observed from the staff and people who are, and in this case the like a guest examiner in Chef Hawthorne. He is sat at his table. Chef Bridges is at the table with him. They are chatting, talking. Um, Caroline is in the back with you all, like giving you the menu that ultimately you came to an agreement on. Um, and she made no further changes. So, which is a blessing in and of itself.
Hey, Caroline, would you like to try my soup? I could use your opinion.
Yeah, I would love to try your soup.
Just kind of spoon. But, like, I don't feed it to her. I, like, give her the spoon with the soup. What do you think?
She tastes it. And you can see that like the instant enjoyment, and she's like, it's good, it's good, I think they'll like it.
Amazing. I really value your opinion.
We're gonna do great tonight.
We are going to get straight A's. Everybody in this class. Carolyn Windsor, you are going to be the best damn, couldn't remember the word that you used for that. Exy.
Yeah, she's on expo.
Expo. You're
Yeah,
going to be
she's
the
the
best
expediter.
damn Expo, Carolyn Windsor. We are here as a team.
And as surface begins, Caroline calls that surface has begun, and I'm gonna have all of you roll to keep your cool. Tell me what you're afraid is gonna happen tonight. What bad thing might happen to you, and roll with cold.
I mean, I'm afraid of double dying.
Clearly, I should have chosen to be more cold. Man, I should not have been hot.
Yeah.
No, this is why it's perfect. That's a good thing.
I got a -1 in cold. Yeah.
Same. What if I really try to turn on the food?
Oh my god.
Oh, don't forget, if you fail a roll, you get experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. So, sorry, I can't do math like straight up. I don't know
Mhm.
why I started talking. I think that this is an 8, I think.
What'd you get on your dice?
So I got a 6 and I got a 3 and I have a -1. So I think that that's an 8.
That is an 8.
Yippee!
So that is partial.
Yippee! The 6 is carrying the whole team.
I got a 10.
Yay!
A 10? That's a
Yep.
full success. So
Oh wait, what are y'all afraid of?
Oh, I totally forgot.
I'm afraid of double dying.
Oh right, double die.
Yeah, double dying.
Sybil is terrified that Luciano is going to get revealed or be put in danger, and that there's nothing they can do to save them, and that they're going to watch Luciano be taken from them either through the animalistic urges of the wolf or through society at large reacting.
I am afraid that I am going to murder my entire class, and I rolled a 3.
okay.
You gain experience.
You do gain experience.
Woo!
Okay. This is going to be a lot of fun. Excellent. So you are all in, like, you are in it. Luciano, like, you have the tweezers out, like, to like make these desserts. Like, you have to like make sure like things have to be like thawed at a certain time. Like, things have to be the right temperature, or the consistency is not right. You are getting all your timing down. You have one other like underclassman, like pastry person with you. That was all the help you were given. And they are not as helpful as you want. Like, at some point, like, the tweezers go into one of one of the creme brulees, breaking the like top. um
Fantastic.
how are you losing your cool in this moment?
I think that that's kind of like the last straw. I made the ambitious mistake of deciding to make um like the fucking little sugar nets. You basically do it around like a balloon, and then yeah. But they gave me the worst person to help me with this, and so that is not going well. And then the creme brulee thing happened, and I think that I have to like take a minute to try and like calm down. But um there's no time to do that. So I think I just kind of snap at this person. Why are you so fucking dumb? Oh my god.
Like, this guy, like, you know, he's like a year younger than you. He's like, you know what, I don't need this isn't my grade. I'm doing this for extra credit. And he like tosses off the apron and like storms out. And you can all like, everyone's hearing this. Like,
I'd rather do it my goddamn self anyway.
Spencer will hurriedly, uh, quick walk over there. Um, I don't know if this would work, but can I spend a string to tempt Luciano to do what I want? And I want them to get through this. Like, we just have a few hours. It's going to be amazing when it's done. You just got to keep your shit together. You are Luciana Machado. You're the best fucking pastry chef in this whole goddamn town.
It'll be fine. I just need to not be stuck with fucking students. I mean, I know I'm a student too, but it's different, and it'll
Okay,
be fine.
You
I
got
will
to keep it
calm
together.
down.
Okay.
Supposed to breathe. Pop said breathe.
I mean, the great thing about breathing is that you gotta do it.
That's what I said. I'm like, why do I have to make a concentrated effort to breathe? Like my body doesn't just breathe on its own.
Now,
Sometimes when we are very stressed, we forget to breathe. We hold our breath, and it takes blood away, oxygen away from our brain, and it makes us real bitchy.
darling, I know that you're real upset about this. I think you need the extra hands. You are brilliant, you are talented, and you are capable. But there's a reason they have given us student aids, so I'm gonna go try to get yours back. And you focus on fixing this because I know you can. You are the bravest, most magnificent person I know. And I cannot wait to see what you make because I know it is going to be just as beautiful as you are.
Breathing.
Breathing.
Breathe
If you
in the delicious wafting smell of this amazing creme brulee. Breathe out the frustration.
you take
And-
this in, go ahead and gain an XP. So,
and
and
Sybil is going to try to catch the guy as he's leaving. Just kind of like catch his arm, turn him back around. I know you're frustrated, and I, for one, truly do appreciate you being an extra help. I think you can appreciate how heated it gets in a kitchen. Little step closer. We need you here. I need you here. And I would really appreciate it if you stayed.
he'll like kind of wipe the tears off his face and says, okay, sorry, it's just really stressful.
It's all right. There's a good boy.
He'll walk past you. At about this point, um,
Yeah, sorry, we're reeling from that good boy over here.
in that accent too. Okay.
Fun fact: this is it's just straight up my natural accent.
No, I hear you. Like, um, yeah, like, anyway, later on.
We're just two southern bitches looking at each other.
Right. At about this point, you see that it looks like Chef Hawthorne, he's like not feeling well, like was something bad, was something wrong with the food. But he's being escorted like what looks initially like to one of the bathrooms by Chef Bridges. But you see that they bypass the bathrooms and Chef Bridges takes him out the back door.
Oh, that's not good vibes.
Caroline, do you think you can handle this without me for just a minute? The soups are all good. My student can plate them. I just need to pop out for just a second to go to the bathroom.
She kind of snaps at you. She's like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, and then she yells out more tickets.
You're gorgeous. And
That makes her stop for a second. And then she continues.
and Spencer is going to go and find a dark corner to go and phase into the wall, to go and do a little haunting, to try and hear what's going on with Chef Bridges and Chef Hawthorne.
Okay. Yeah, you see them and you hear it's like, "Oh, I really don't feel good. Your students are terrible." And like and Chef Bridges is like, look, just a little further, and like begins to like go towards the tree line behind the school.
I'm assuming if I can go through walls, I can go through the dirt, right?
This is always a ghost question, isn't it? Like it's like, when are floors solid and when are they not, and why are they solid sometimes and not other times? But yeah, I suppose you could. You could also fly way above them.
Yeah, but then I can't hear what's going on.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh shit.
Just a head following.
So I think, but I'm like, I don't want to get my chef's clothes dirty. So I'm gonna face into the ground, and the clothes are gonna get left behind.
Excellent. Beautiful. I love this.
So I'm just like a little face, like barely peeking out of the grass, keeping in time with Chef Bridges and Chef Hawthorne. So
And
creepy.
what are you two doing? The other two, Luciano and Sybil.
Sybil, I think, is wrapping up, sees them leaving, kind of sharpens a little bit, thinks for a second. I think that I might also need to go to the bathroom. If anything is happening with me in the bathroom, if I need any assistance, I'll let you know, all right? I know you've got this. And I know that you are going to keep on having this.
It'll be okay. I'll keep breathing.
Keep breathing, keep working. And when all this is over, we're going to go to the diner and I'm going to buy you the rawest, greasiest thing on the menu.
Fantastic. Let me know what y'all find out.
I will. As soon as I know something, you will too.
And when my
And
student aid, or no, I'll let you finish that out. Sorry.
no, it wasn't a thing talking in character. So
Okay.
you go.
So I'll have so when my student aid comes back, sorry, this is not a you problem, it's a me problem. I picked the most complicated fucking, I should have done a souffle, which would have been more complicated, and then maybe whatever. I'm sorry. You owe me one. If you want to chew me out, if you want to yell at me after service, you're welcome to. This is dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mechanically, this character now has a string on you for sure. Like,
Okay.
but yeah, you continue on, Sybil. And uh
Yeah, Sybil's just kind of speed walking.
mhm. And yeah, you basically see the same thing. They're heading, like, you see them actually like head into the tree line and kind of a little bit out of sight.
Sybil's immediately following them.
Mm-hmm.
This is some shady ass shit. And they are going to text Luciano. Chefs are going in tree line. Real weird. We'll update as soon as I have something.
And you follow them, and like eventually, like, Chef Hawthorne like collapses, and he's like, "Oh, what are we doing? I oh," and it's like groaning, and you see people like start to approach this clearing in the woods, wearing robes, holding knives, and Chef Bridges also is handed a robe and a knife, which he puts on, clasps over uh, his nice clothing that he decided to wear tonight. And
As he's putting it on, Sybil's not going to let anything else happen. Sybil bolts over and as loud as possible, like already dialing 911, like, because we're calling the cops. They're not going to do shit, but it's a good threat.
okay,
And is going to, as loud as possible for any wolves listening, go, "Wow, those cloaks are real tacky. Are the knives real? There's quite a lot of them. What are you gonna do? Make a chef souffle?"
Luciano, like, as the wolf pulls on you this full moon, you can hear Sybil a mile away. Like, you just know her voice. feel it in you. You know her smell, and you hear that
Sure.
voice clearly through everything going on in this kitchen.
They them pronouns, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Um,
right. Sorry, my
It's
fault.
it's okay.
I think, and at the same time, Spencer would come up through the ground into Chef Bridges' cloak, behind Chef Bridges. Like, because she's naked and doesn't want to be naked in front of all these people. So she's going to take the cloak, but she's also going to like try to throw Chef Bridges off balance by like, you know, I've taken your cloak and your knife.
Excellent. I'm
Yeah.
well. Then I would like you to lash out physically.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's something else I have -1 on.
Roll with volatile.
It's okay. It's everything is fine and nothing is wrong. Nothing has ever been wrong, actually.
oh no. Oh no.
So I have a -1 to volatile. So my total score is 1.
Okay.
I have gained experience.
Let's see. All right. You go to push against him, and you feel that same gravity as you touch him, as whatever he's wearing, like something under his shirt that kind of glows. You can see it glow through. He reaches around and just like pushes you to the ground. I'm going to have you take 1 harm. He says, I knew you would be the one to try to sabotage this.
Can I have your cloak?
The knife comes down. You manage to roll out of the way, but it goes into the ground. Like, Luciano, what are you up to?
Okay, so I will get that text. Shit.
And
Student
then
aid.
Sybil starts screaming about knives and cloaks in the woods.
Student aid. What was your name? Jake?
Yeah, Jake.
Okay. Most of this is fine. We don't have to fire until it hits a certain time before dessert is going to be given. So we got a little bit of time. I have a couple things I have to take care of. Just keep cleaning off. Fill the ramekins. Make sure they're nice and clean. Put the sugar top on it. Don't fire them. I will handle firing them. I will be back. I will be back. And then I'm
And,
going to haul ass.
and even as you're saying that, the claws are already like your claws are already coming out, like you're gripping under the table and like to try and hide them.
Yeah, I can feel the fangs, and I am trying to get out of here.
And it's the full moon. Do you want to just go full wolf as you leave this building?
Sure.
It's not your darkest self, but you still do wolf out. Like, um, you bound through here. I mean, everyone's inside. No one really sees this, at least. But you basically bound into the scene you see here. Sybil is screaming. You see like the stab at Spencer.
Okay. Can I do a heightened senses as I come out?
Absolutely.
All right. So when you rely on animal instincts to make sense of a charged situation, roll with dark. And I am Bast in Moonlight, which gives me a dark 3. That is an 11.
Okay.
So on a 10 and up, ask the MC 3 questions from below and take 1 forward. What does 1 forward mean?
It means you get +1 to spend on a future roll.
Oh, okay. All right. So 3 questions. Which enemy is the most vulnerable to me?
most vulnerable would probably be one of these other cultists, I guess we'll call them.
Okay. What poses the biggest threat to me?
Um, Chef Bridges.
And what's their secret weakness?
Their secret weakness is that they are being protected by that amulet that glows under their shirt.
Fantastic.
There's no real turns, so we can kind of do whatever
Right.
we need
All
here.
right.
So,
Well, first off, dropping the hex on Chef Hawthorne. Poor guy. You were just so shady, dude.
he's groaning in pain, but now he can kick at the cultists as they come at him.
Spencer
And
is definitely going in and out of the ground, trying to like harangue Chef Bridges. Just like
Fucking
whack 'em
whack-a-mole over here.
all,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
whack 'em all, like grabbing the cloak. You know, kind of trying to push his legs over.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be another lash out.
Oh no. Oh no. This went so well the last time.
Unless you have some playbook thing I don't know about. So
Can I help someone resolve a condition and gain a string on them?
yeah, now's not exactly the time for that. So
Oh no. It would have been partial success had I not had the -1. So it's a 6. I rolled a 7, but it's a 6.
okay,
Oh dear.
a 6. Okay.
It's all the breasts and booblies.
Experience?
Oh, that's right. I get another experience. This is my third of the evening.
Yep. I'm gonna say like it just like you just can't seem to hit him. Sybil, was there something you wanted to do?
yes, so Sybil is going to look at Bridges and say, Amadan Tatum, and well, they're gonna say Amadan Tatum, and they are going to cast a hex of binding. He cannot physically harm others if I succeed. So let's hope. We are full of hopes and prayers, doodly doo. Okay, so that is a 9, and I am going to take 1 harm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You feel the amulet repel part of your magic. You manage to break through it, but you can feel in your chest it takes something from you. Just something breaks inside. But he feels that take over him, and like since he can't use the knife, and he sees a wolf coming like bounding through the forest here. He's gonna turn tail and run, and you know the direction he runs, he'll go right for the cliffs. um as you are on the coastline here with these large cliffs, but he begins to run. Luciano, what are you doing?
I'm headed for that amulet.
Okay, you can easily catch up to him. Go ahead and lash out physically.
12.
12. Okay.
Nice.
If, on a 10 up, you deal them harm, and they choke up momentarily before they can react. So, you're gonna do. I feel like you're gonna do 2 harm to him being wolfed out. Significant blow. you like you come up behind him and like your claw goes like over his shoulder. You slash at the front and you pull this amulet off of his neck, and he like rolls and falls down like kind of a ravine towards, again, like everything is like kind of coming down towards these cliffs. You crest this cliff. I will say, Sybil and Spencer, if you want to like catch up, you easily can, and you can see this as well.
Yeah, I'll go through the ground, so there's not quite as much having to like do really obvious edits.
I'm taking Chef Hawthorne with me as we're running. I've like pulled him up by his arm, and we're kind of running together in a shot that's going to be very obviously in the recap, running towards the camera wide-eyed.
Absolutely. You, Luciano, you are in whatever form you want to be at this point. But the moon is like full over the ocean here. It is bright. You feel its strength here. You look over and you see that Chef Bridges is latched onto the side of this cliff.
How far down?
Just, it would be a hell of a reach even for you in this wolf form to bring him up. You could try it, but he is struggling, like he's dangling there. You can see like the anger and fear in his eyes.
Yeah, I think I would try to grab him.
Okay. Let's see. This is going to be a keep your cool, and you have +1 forward.
That +1 will take away the fact that my cold is -1.
That's good.
6.
Okay. You reach, and like as you go to grab, his hand slips, and that's where we're going to end.
Ah,
As the credits music plays.
I feel like on the next episode we'll have a very like traumatized looking Spencer looking at this, down at the ocean cliffs.
100%. Yeah.
we're gonna have to explain all of this to Hawthorne.
We're gonna have to explain all this to Caroline.
Oh boy.
And yeah, this was a lot of fun. We will probably play more future sessions of this, depending on how scheduling works, and maybe even might be something we pick up after season 1 of Girl by Moonlight wraps up.
But before season 2 of Girl by Moonlight.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that as players we've just decided. Like,
Yeah,
nope,
it was
sorry.
supposed to be just a limited series, but
This is your forever project now.
yeah,
No,
We just like each other too much.
We're never leaving this group. Sorry.
eventually
not
it's going to be
sorry.
Old Ladies by Moonlight.
That would be so cute. Oh my god. That would be so
Geriatrics
cute.
by Moonlight.
all right. Yeah, I guess we should go ahead and do our outros. We'll start with you, Chantel.
It's me, Chantelio. My name is Chantel. My pronouns are they, them. I have nothing to advertise, so if you like me, you can find me here on Tuesdays. Girl by Moonlight, maybe some more appetites. And yeah, wonderful time here.
Amazing. I'm gonna go a little bit different. Jaden.
What
Ooh.
up, party people? I'm Silky Jaden. You can find me everywhere online as Fat Sapphic Bro. I mostly hang out on TikTok, make a variety of content. Feel free to hang out with me if you'd like. As for streaming, I'm here on Twitch most Sundays, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., most Tuesdays, 6 to 9 p.m., and most Wednesdays, 2 to 5 p.m., all Pacific. Thanks, friends.
Awesome. L.
Hello, everyone. I have been Elle. If you would like to see if I will continue to be Elle, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic. Tonight, I have played Sybil Lark, the witch who is having a great time hexing people. Yippee. And you can also find me here on Tuesdays playing Carrie Leal Evander. I missed a name. It's fine. They have 4 and I've forgotten one of them. It's okay. They have stupid long name. They are having a great time in our Girl by Moonlight campaign, grappling with the fact that they are fundamentally unlike the people around them and they will never be able to share the same experiences. You know, just alien things. You can also find me over on Bardic Inspiration Network on Mondays and Wednesdays, but not this Wednesday because our DM is moving. We are either playing Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue on Mondays at 9:30 EST. It's great. The team is currently dealing with the fallout of the team leader lying to everybody and also now being in charge of all of Lightspeed because the general is just fucking off to Star Brigade from G.I. Joe. He hates being in Power Rangers so much he's going to a completely different franchise. But, you know, it's all good. We have a giant Transformers monolith pyramid hanging out. There's a lot going on. My character might be in love with their best friend who's engaged to the team leader who's also their best friend. Come see those shenanigans. Or we are playing our D&D Tales of Exandria games. We have Tales of Exandria, Swords of Byroden. We are in a tournament arc. We are competing. Silas Briarwood is flirting with our team leader. Please get out of here, Silas Briarwood. She is not into you. Or on Wednesdays, we are dealing with Shadows of the Lost. There is a horrible cult dedicated to a worm man, and we are desperately trying to stop the cult dedicated to the worm man. Worms are apparently a theme in my games. Also, that one also has a southern character that I play, so there's a lot of weird overlap between these games. That's all I have to plug. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Amazing. And I'm Archangelic. You can find links to all of my socials and projects on archangelic.space. I am breaking into professional GMing on startplaying.games. If you're interested in having me GM a game for you, you can check me out, startplaying.games/GM/Archangelic. That's where you can see all of my open campaigns. I currently have a Pathfinder 2E game up for people to sign up for and a Thirsty Sword Lesbians if the timing works out for you and you want to play. They are sliding scale $10 to $20 per session. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on YouTube. The link is in our link tree, which I'll put in the chat. And we have a podcast version of this game. I'm going to put this game as an interlude into our empty Girl by Moonlight feed, an Empty Dream. So you can search up an Empty Dream wherever you find good podcasts. We are going into our after show, which is available for free on our Patreon. If you want to support this game and other possible future projects, you can support us on that Patreon as well. The after show will always be free, but we appreciate the support nonetheless. Lastly, thank you, Polly guys, for helping us stream this show. We all appreciate you. Really couldn't do this without you. Thank you, everyone. Well, thank you to these wonderful players for playing with me here. Thank you, everyone who decided to tune in. We love you, and we hope to see you next time. Good night, y'all.
Go coconuts.
Go
Go coconuts!